Welcome to the Beantown Bully podcast. I'm your host, Bosch. Let's get right into it. So, PlayStation 5s, they're going up in price. Well, not in the US. Realistically, it only really matters in the US. I'm sorry, guys, if you're somewhere else, it sucks for you, but it's not a US problem. It's going up to 50 to $100 in certain locations, and it is what it is. Now, the non-piece of shit in me is like, that's kind of fucked up. Your product's been on the market for at least 2 years, and you decide, let me just raise the price. I don't think they should do it, but it doesn't really affect me. That's fucked up to say, but it's true. If it's not happening over here, then I'm not fighting it. Plus, if they didn't do that, they were gonna make up the money somehow, some way. Now they can be like, oh, it costs more money to make the games. Like, first of all, produce the shit out of the system. No one cares that you can't make the product that people want. Make the product and sell it to us. You already know it's a 360 deal when you sell us the product because we're locked into your ecosystem. And you are dominating the field. For you to update your price, I kind of think it's a big dick energy type move. It's like, we are the market leader. Everybody wants a PS5 right now. We're gonna up the price, and you guys are gonna just accept it. And that's what they're doing. And is it right? Well, if what's happening in the US, I would say it's a travesty. It's doing this and this and this. The world's ending. But it's not. So I'm like, realistically, I don't even plan on buying a PS5 anytime soon because I'm on that PC life. As long as games keep dropping on both, hey, I'm getting it on PC. PC's catching up with all their games. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. What else is there to say? PS5 is not as hot of a commodity to me right now when I have my PC that I spent a G and some change on. Now, you might be like, well, but what about else? What about everybody else? Yeah. Join the PC life. Skip the PS5 and join the PC life. And it is what it is at that point. It is what it is. Because paying to play online is the most ridiculous shit I've ever dealt with. It's been annoying and I hated every minute of it. Don't get me wrong. $60 for the year, it's not hurting me, but it's annoying. It's an extra, it infuriates me to a point that I'm just like, you guys don't understand that I pay for internet separately. You're like, those free games every month, I don't play most of them. There's not a lot of them. If I wanted the game, I would have bought the game. So it doesn't affect me in that sense. It doesn't affect me. And what people need to realize is that, since Microsoft is dropping the ball, not putting boots to asses with Sony, it's Xbox fault. It's the Xbox gamers. It's everyone's fault that Sony's out of control. But I believe it's Xbox fault in general because Xbox is only real competition. PC is not dropping games that's competing with the home consoles. That type of talk has been out for years. Like, PC's not even playing it. What PC is a glorified, what should I say? It's a glorified bargain bin box. Alright? Delayed bargain bin box. Like, you get your games later, at a later date, for a cheaper price, and it is what it is. Now, PC, I haven't seen no PC games hitting $60. Since I've been on PC, I haven't paid anything close to $60 for a game. Now, I know Sony trying to drop their games on $70 for PC. Hey, another non-problem for me, because those games, when they're not hitting like that on the PC side, it's those gold chain games that's really fucking it up for everybody else. But let's go back to the original argument. The original argument is their price is going up, and i.e. the gamers who are supporting this, Xbox not being real competition, like they're not even afraid that people are gonna jump ship because Xbox has nothing. Everything they put out has failed. Everything they've put out has failed. Even Master Chief. Now, I was waiting for that multiplayer to come out for Halo, that couch co-op. You know what's happening with that? Not happening. They still haven't dropped multiplayer co-op. Yo, at this point, fuck it. Halo's a single player game. What is the point of even working at this shit? Drop some new content for the game. Fuck all working on this multiplayer shit. You guys cannot waste any more time on features and shit that you guys didn't drop already. You need to have a skeleton crew to work on the fucking features that you guys left behind. You need to focus on new maps, new game modes, heavy single player story. I'm pretty sure this game's supposed to be like a 5-year game or whatever the case may be. That's what they need to focus on. 343 should have got fired long ago because they fumbled the bag. How are you going to delete one of the most recognizable IPs in existence right now and drop three, right? That Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite. Shitty games. Story is shit. Gameplay is shit. Actually, gameplay is nothing different from the original Halos. Most of realistically, if you play any of the original Halos, you'll still have as much fun as you have in the new Halos because they don't do anything different. They are riding on the coattails of Bungie, and they need to stop. Either let Master Chief die because your new story is shit. Also, the TV show was also shit. I probably should have talked about that when I was going through it, but I was like, so many people said that it was shit. It was taking your mask off at every point in time. It was just like, why do you guys keep disrespecting Master Chief? Stop disrespecting this guy. He's done so much for gaming in general. And this is the type of shit that you guys go to? This is the type of shit. And again, Xbox, I'm looking at you. Phil Spencer, I'm looking at you. Everybody who supports Game Pass, I'm looking at you. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little bit at fault of this too. What you guys are investing into is the system is going to give you shittier games, and that's what it is. It's not sustainable right now. For the price is not sustainable. Like if it was an indie farm type shit, okay. Xbox is losing a shitload of money. And Microsoft is like, we are upcharging the people who already fuck with us and accept Microsoft. You gotta figure something out. Even though I came on here to slander PlayStation, Sony, but I'm like, I found a reason to slander Xbox. And the reason to slander Xbox is because, one reason, no games. You really think that if Xbox was out here putting quality games out, Xbox exclusives, that we would have had any issues? Xbox needs to dive deep into their bag, remake some of these 360 bangers, and let's go. Skies of Arcadia, let's go. Dive into some Sega games. There's a lot of this whole what's it call it? These Smash Brother type games, these Brawl type games. Hit up, get Power Stone. See what Power Stone's hitting, but like couch co-op. Let's not forget couch co-op. Xbox, if you are the market leader in market leader in multiplayer games in general right now, but you don't have any games now. So delve into these smaller companies. You can bring it back into the Xbox arcade type shit and just drop out some of these bangers. I need you guys to focus. Focus. We can't hear the next Xbox is going to be hitting. Like, you have two consoles. I believe that the $300, the $250, I'm seeing it as $220, $230 is doing numbers. But what is the point of buying it if you can't do anything with it? What is the point of even having that type of system if there is no games to play it on? Now, moving on. There's a new Mafia game in the works. This is early. Hangar 13 confirmed there's a new Mafia in development. Now, how do I feel about that? A Mafia 4. I kind of fucked with Mafia 3. I kind of fucked with all the Mafias. I re-beat Mafia 2, and I have Mafia 3, the Definitive Edition. I bought that. Mafia 2 wasn't that bad. Now, here's the thing. Are they going to be able to get out of that era with the shit they do? I don't know if they can get out that era. I kind of want them to get out that era and expand more, but it's kind of hard to do the whole Mafia shit. Actually, I don't think it will be that hard. But I feel like they can do it. Now, the first game came out 20 years ago. Its talks is going to be in the 1980s. Now, here's the problem. I got to pull in Saint Row, because Saint Row did me dirty. I had a lot of hype for Saint Row, and it was a gift and a curse that even though I bought it in January, I pre-ordered it in January, it didn't have any codes for me. So, that means two things. That means a lot of people bought into the hype for Saint Row, and they were let down. Now, there's a lot of people who has like they're delusional being like, it's a good game. No. If you played any of the other Saints, you understand this is a step down. Story-wise, trash. Gameplay-wise, trash. You lost features in the game. Like, you're not free to just throw grenades. The grenade ability is an ability now. You have to charge. Ridiculous. I don't even know why they even thought this was a good idea. But, tangent. I gotta stick with it. Mafia, I want Mafia World is not bad. I do like how they have it. I feel like it does enough different from the GTAs that can stand apart. Don't get me wrong. GTA is a big enough juggernaut that Mafia needs to be very careful when it drops. Very careful when it drops. It probably should drop before GTA so people can get into it. Because once GTA drops, we already know that, hey, it's going to be like, people's going to be playing the online version of GTA and things like that. And as if they even want to build off their online, maybe they just want to move the online portion as a separate beast and just keep piling into it until they decide they want to drop something new. That may be their thing. But Mafia, in this drought of these open world games, Mafia might hit just right for people. So, however long it takes to come out, give Mafia some breathing room when it drops. If it drops like a year before GTA, perfect. People still hungry enough, there will be more room to accept it. Dropping after GTA, I think it's a death sentence. I think dropping after GTA is a death sentence, and they should not do it. They need to drop at least a year before GTA for this game to really hit. Because if you drop after GTA, any person who had any type of inkling about the game is going to be swept into the GTA hype. And once the GTA hype train starts going, it's a wrap. People's built off their YouTube careers off just playing GTA and how that role-playing community. So, their best bet is to just year or two before, give them some room, allow some DLC to drop if they need DLC and stuff like that, and build new Assassin's Creed. Let's talk about this. The new Assassin's Creed is called Mirage. They have the official artwork of Basim from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's going to be talking about his younger days. It's going to be more stealth-focused game. So what people are thinking that it's going to be more traditional back into the older Assassin's Creed games. Now, for someone who's played the older Assassin's Creed games, and I was a little tight about Assassin's Creed in general when they made the switch, because I've never played Origin, which is the first one. I played Odyssey, and I loved Odyssey. Valhalla was just okay. It was okay. Odyssey hit, alright? It was hitting. The ship fights, the mercenaries walking around who wanted the smoke. I like that. So this new Assassin's Creed, they're saying it's gonna people are thinking it's gonna remove all the RPG elements and stuff like that. It's gonna go back to basics. Hidden blade. If you sneak up on somebody and you silence, you hit them with the assassinate, instant kill. Now, don't get me wrong. That ability was always there in the later Assassin's Creed games. You just need to turn that feature on. Now, good or bad, I kind of been wanting a new Assassin's Creed game. But can I go back to how it originally was? They're going to have to find like a happy medium in this. Because Assassin's Creed, I feel like it's the same thing as Splinter Cell. In a way that it's Assassin's Creed's old mechanics and Splinter Cell's old gameplay, the older gameplay. I should say the older. Splinter Cell in general, you have a finite amount of items to use per area. Unless you go to a store and re-up. They've kind of gone away from that type of thing. Now, how do they recover from this? What major changes can they do? I'm jumping around. Let's get back to the Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed comparison. They don't make these type of games anymore. These type of stealth games like this. With this type of caliber. Like, it'll be very different. I'm actually open to see how they're going to pull this off. Maybe it's going to be a flashback, flash forward type deal with how Assassin's Creed ended in Valhalla. At least continue up the story, which they need to. And I feel like they need to write some type of end game or some type of big bad into the game that may span for a couple games. Because this invisible threat, i.e. the Templars, they need to figure something out to do with this. They need something. I feel like the story's too grand. Point out who's going to be the single villain. Like the Templars, okay. Maybe they should focus more on the Templars. Maybe they should make you a Templar. Instead of the people who's like, they feel like the creed didn't really work for them type shit. Like I'm tired of that. I don't know, man. All I want to do is this game to be good. Like I'm tired of these games coming out here and not living up to expectations. Quantum Dream has been bought by NetEase. Now, Quantum Dream has dropped hits like Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human. They said it's still going to be independent, operate independently, which I still don't even know what that really means. Like, why would they buy you and not control you in some fashion? Don't get me wrong. They probably give you a long enough leash, but realistically, you're here to make them money. Now, realistically, with how Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human has been, like, when they dropped, they were heavy hitters. At least Detroit Become Human. There's a lot of talk about Detroit Become Human. Graphically, looking crazy, looking beautiful. So, they wouldn't really need to do much if they keep doing these type of games. These type of games seems to be their niche. Heavy story, gameplay. There's not a lot of gameplay. So the Telltale games, multiple endings, multiple choice. It seems to be working for them because no one's really entering this realm. There isn't anybody who's going up against them and is dipping into their side of the pool, per se. So they should keep doing it. They need to keep working on that. We know about Borderlands, and they're trying to step into the market, doing their own little Telltale type game. That's cool. But the level of detail and intricacies that Quantum Dream is doing, with Detroit Become Human, characters can die, you can do certain things that will change people up completely. That's a niche. They're thinking about a bunch of scenarios and how things add up at the end. I like it. I like it a lot. They're doing what's necessary for the gaming community. Alright? They're sticking to what they're doing and building off of it. And I feel like every game they have done has built off the first one to this latest one they have dropped. Now, do I think this was a good buy? Yeah, good buy. They don't really have any competitors in this type of genre. Don't get me wrong, Telltales have their thing, but how active is Telltale's? Like, I know they're doing what the hell is it called? The Expanse. They're doing the Expanse right now, but I feel like the Expanse Telltale's game and the new Tales from Borderlands, I feel like those two are actually competing. Don't get me wrong, they're kind of in the same realm as Detroit Become Human, but I feel like if you had to choose at that time, I would choose the Quantic Dream game, Detroit Become Human, over those two games. So there's a hierarchy, and clearly Quantic Dream is the market leader in this. Just people's gotta not sleep on them. They're making moves. Now, Ghost of Tsushima. There's talks about it being a movie. They want the John Wick writer, director to make it. Now, do I think they should do this? Probably. This would be a good one-off. I don't think that it's a bad look. Am I hyped to see it? Here's the thing. If it's good enough, I will watch it. If it's not, I won't. It's very simple. But I gotta say, getting the John Wick director to make this, John Wick is like, no one can really say anything bad about John Wick. Like those people who's like, oh, that's not how you hold the gun. Like anything you can nitpick about the movie, people's like, yo, that's not a real issue. That's not a real issue. So if this does come to pass, I probably would watch the movie. Most likely, I would watch the movie. I will make some point to be like, this is a watch for me. We've come to the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening to the Beantown Bully podcast. Remember, I'm your host, Bosch. Please leave me a like or a review. If you have any topics or criticism, please shoot me an email at beantownbully617@gmail.com. If you want to show your support, the links will be at the description. Thank you.